motivated mission.
My life and my family's life was forever changed.
Irving's police chief shares a personal story for the first time. Hear the experience that leads him to be among an entire department working to fight drunken driving. Tablet time.
Instead of using trees and paper, and we can just use the iPad. It's the best.
One of Irving's major employers is making sure students have tablets for their schoolwork. Find out about the impact the schools and company hope to have. Driving dream cars.
I wish we could put this thing through its paces.
You can step on it if you want.
A cool story here. I'm getting behind the wheel of some incredibly expensive rides, all leading up to a big event in Irving. Plus coverage of the Transportation Investment Summit, now on City Source. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. Our top story today is the Irving Police Department's push to combat drunken driving. In the latest effort, local officers joined a new regional initiative called Saturation Saturday. It's one of several programs to enforce the law and raise awareness. For many in the department, including the chief, it is a cause that has a deep personal connection. The Irving Police Department always brings a lot of enthusiasm to walk like mad.
We're always excited to do this. We have a lot of passion for this particular walk and this event.
The event around Lake Carolyn raises money for programs offered by Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and MAD once again recognized Irving PD as the top law enforcement team for fundraising.
So our thanks to Team Captain Mark Parson and the entire Irving Criminal Justice League. Let's give it up for them and thank them for all they do.
We just want to show our support for MAD. It's a great organization. We wholeheartedly agree with their educational message.
It's good for us to be able to come out and remember the people that have been affected.
Members of the Irving Police Department walk in honor of Officer Glenn Holmes, who was struck and killed by a drunken driver in 1993.
And he had been a role model for me, not only for me, but for many others in the Irving Police Department.
Sadly, that would not be the last time Irving Police Chief Jeff Spivey would be mourning a life lost from drunken driving.
It was just over a month later, actually 26 years ago today, that my life and my family's life was forever changed.
I've never shared that story before.
A call from his mom woke him up.
Jeff, she said, Danny is no longer with us. I finally realized my younger brother had been killed in a car wreck. The crash did not just take his life, but the life of the young lady who was riding with him.
A drunk driver caused the crash. That drunk driver was his brother.
I don't think you often hear the story that, the drunk driver was your relative and that the drunk driver's decisions led to his or her death.
And his family's pain lingers. The anniversaries are especially hard on his mother.
I'll call her later today and check on her. She'll be sad. I'll listen to her cry and grieve just like it was 26 years ago. And I don't think that pain ever goes away for a lot of people.
Chief Spivey is sharing his family's pain as Irving Police work to draw new attention to the problem of drunken driving.
Drunk driving is 100% preventable.
The department teamed up with MAD and other law enforcement agencies for the first Saturation Saturday. Putting more officers on the streets led to more than a dozen arrests in Irving. One suspect had 3 children in his vehicle when police stopped him. While this Saturation Saturday is the newest initiative, the department has long had a special emphasis on drunken driving, including regular no-refusal weekends, often funded by state grants.
And we pay a judge to be on site to provide us with the authority to draw someone's blood without their consent. We get an evidentiary search warrant for their blood to help bolster our case in a DWI prosecution.
Beyond all of those special initiatives, police on routine patrols also catch many drunken drivers. But Chief Spivey knows it's a bigger problem that the department will ever be able to solve on its own.
But we're not going to end this through an enforcement campaign. The only way we're going to end drunk driving is to change the mindsets of those people who drink and choose to get behind the wheel.
I guess people just think they're, above the law, or they think that, one drink, it won't do anything to me. 2 drinks won't do anything.
Irving resident Priska Patrick knows the impact. A drunken driver killed her brother and his girlfriend.
I will always be mad until there are no more victims.
She shares that message as often as she can, hoping it will make a difference.
I believe that sharing his message in this way, spreading awareness, honors him in the best way that I can. And I know he's looking down and just so excited, saying, "Go Priska, go Priska."
Spreading the word about the dangers is a goal shared by police and Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
It is great having the Irving Police Department. They have been a tremendous support with MAD. Whenever we need support from law enforcement, they're just kind of our go-to. They're local, and they've always been there to help us.
This looks like cops right here.
There to enforce the law and also raise funds and awareness, all with the objective of saving lives. The Irving Police Department raised more than $8,000 for Mothers Against Drunk Driving at that Walk Like MAD event. MAD also had several exhibits on site at Lake Carolyn to honor victims and share their stories. While the local chapter of MAD organized this event, MAD's national headquarters are also in Irving. And we have a lot of other police news on our Irving Police Department playlist. That's at youtube.com/the City of Irving. We have a couple of other important causes to talk about. September brings National Child Passenger Safety Week. And here's a surprising stat. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says nearly half of all car seats are misused. Last year in Texas, 62 children under age 8 died in crashes. Some were unrestrained. Texas law requires all children under age 8 to be in a car seat. The only exception is for children taller than 4'9". Both TxDOT and Irving Police have programs to educate parents and other caregivers on proper use. To schedule a seat checkup with Irving Police, go to cityofirving.org/2212, or for TxDOT, visit savemewithaseat.org. And here's one more note on car seats. Walmart is teaming up with TerraCycle to recycle seats that are worn out or that your child may have outgrown. The Walmart on State Highway 183 in Irving is participating in the program. And here's a big incentive. Drop off the used seat at the service desk and receive a $30 Walmart gift card. All car seats collected will be recycled. The program runs through September 30th at Walmart in South Irving. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and the Police Department's Family Advocacy Center will again have a special program. Illuminate Irving will return to the Mandalay Canal on Tuesday, October 15th. As you see in this video from past years, a ceremony featuring speakers and music leads up to this release of lanterns on the canal. Each one has the name of someone affected by domestic violence or a message of encouragement. Organizers say it's important to bring attention to domestic violence.
Well, I think it's one of those things that even though you as an individual may have not been a victim of domestic violence, when we look at the statistics that 1 in 3 women and 1 in 7 men will experience domestic violence at some point in time in their life, we are all going to encounter somebody who has experienced it or is currently experiencing it.
Illuminate Irving also features educational booths and activities for children. It's on October 15th from 5:30 until 7:30 p.m. on the Mandalay Canal. Free parking will be available at the Mandalay Towers Garage. That's 220 East Las Colinas Boulevard. Another big event is coming up on September 28th, and it's for those who like fun, speed, and opulence. It's the Park Place Luxury and Supercar Showcase. And to really get some insight into this story, I got behind the wheel of some of the more expensive cars around.
We have a McLaren 2019 model year 600 LT Coupe.
And what does it sell for?
Starting price is $240,000.
And you're just gonna let me take it for a little bit? This has some power.
It has a lot of power.
The president of McLaren and I take this car that's built to reach speeds around 200 miles per hour on a drive through Las Colinas. I wish we could put this thing through its paces.
You can step on it if you want.
We'll just make an edit there so no one knew I was speeding in Irving. Beyond just having a fun drive, this experience is meant to bring attention to an upcoming event. The third annual Park Place Luxury and Supercar Showcase on September 28th.
So what do you hope people get out of attending the Supercar Showcase and seeing some of your vehicles?
What I hope we get out of it more so than anything else is more awareness to the brand. And you drive a car out, and I guarantee you, even driving down this road, you're going to have people turn their heads and it's like, wow.
Man, it's beautiful.
McLaren is only one high-end brand participating. While this driving experience is exclusively for us, showcase attendees will be able to see more than $100 million worth of cars.
Porsche, Mercedes, Rolls, Bentley, Maserati, and many, many others. They'll also get to see some of the finest collector cars, some of the old vintage cars.
It's awesome. It's like, to me, it's the ultimate to be able to come and see the craftsmanship and the quality that's in these new vehicles, but yet to see the restored vehicles to the way they were many years ago.
At this special preview event, Park Place is sharing a sample of the attractions coming to the Four Seasons later this month. Along with these luxury cars, there will be a runway fashion show, activities for children.
I have a salmon.
And a lot of food.
Good cars come with good food and good beverages, right? So I think it's an amazing event where you can have all of it.
His passion for luxury.
Businesses will be here to find new, affluent customers.
We're a company that curates dessert experiences all over the country for high-end clients.
They believe this event reaches that audience.
It's totally more than cars. This event is really a lifestyle experience.
And the luxury market is here?
North Texas is one of the top luxury markets in the country.
So just a beautiful location for this at the Four Seasons.
No place better.
But I think I have another place where we can go to talk more about the impact. So Diana, I think this is more like it. We're cruising in a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. What do you think the impact of this event is to the city of Irving?
We've gotten a lot of media exposure from this.
It's a conversation we continue in this Rolls-Royce that costs $417,000.
This is really an upscale community that can host an upscale event like this.
The Irving Convention and Visitors Bureau is among the event's sponsors and will have a booth where people can pose for pics and get information about the city's attractions.
Our new tagline is Irving Rocks, and it just sort of lends itself to this event because we can say Irving Rocks and Rolls with the Rolls Royce and the car wheels rolling. It's just a natural fit.
Their goal is to get people to stay in the city even after the car showcase ends.
So this is probably one of those scenes you are ready to show off.
Absolutely. The Water Street is pretty close to being fully developed.
The event also generates money for charity.
This year, we're giving $150,000 to Baylor Scott and White Irving Foundation.
Park Place expects to attract 5,000 people to the Luxury and Supercar Showcase this year. For some of those visitors, it will be a fun time to dream.
They're surprised by the handling, the acceleration, the performance.
And for others, it's where they may pick out their next ride. So much fun there, and you gotta believe I will never be sharing the outtakes from that one. A side note, you will likely be hearing a lot more about McLaren locally. The company announced it is moving its national headquarters from New York to Capel. Again, the Supercar Showcase is on September 28th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. at the Four Seasons. Tickets are available at luxurysupercarshowcase.com. Self-parking will be available at Northlake College for $15. Whether you're in one of those great cars or something more conventional, transportation issues affect us all. They are the focus of the city's Transportation Investment Summit at the Irving Convention Center.
This is the City of Irving's annual Transportation Summit.
It's an opportunity for all of us to come together and talk about transportation at the federal level, the state level, and the local level.
I would say probably it was a good session for transportation.
It was a legislative session, 2 Texas senators and 1 House representative. It was a good session.
This summit allows for conversation among policymakers, innovators, business industry.
Transportation is the backbone of economic development and quality of life, and we do a great job of that here in North Texas. And one of the ways we do that is when we bring people together, we learn from one another.
And I think what Irving is doing is taking a leadership role to actually create an environment to help not just Irving, but help the whole region and help the whole state of Texas.
We are probably one of the closest cities to the biggest economic driver in the area, and that's DFW Airport. Our city was founded based on transportation with the railroad. We have an enormous amount of highway miles in our city.
The DOT has awarded a number of grants to this region.
We have to all work together.
And then we have to all bring our strengths to the table to figure out how we're going to solve transportation needs, because, the region is growing.
And there are good examples of how this growth that we've enjoyed has really been impactful, both in a good way, but there are challenges that come with that growth, and we need to meet them.
What is the biggest transportation challenge confronting the region right now?
Well, we have a whole bunch of fatalities, not just in our region, but across this country. We have a whole bunch of distracted driving that's occurring. It's hard to argue that safety isn't number one.
The biggest challenge is funding.
And those are the dollars, and so that's taxpayer dollars that have to be spent at our level in order to get the federal and the state dollars.
When you take a look at the Metroplex, you take a look at the airport, and you take a look at North America, right here, Irving is right in the heart of everything. Irving continues to lead the region in transportation issues, and we're going to continue to do that.
I'm so proud of Irving to hosting this.
Other topics there included emerging technology, international freight, and the future of vehicles. And here's a look at what else is coming up at the Convention Center. October 18th through 20th is the return of Dallas Fan Days, which brings a lot of fun for fans of fiction and fantasy. November 8th is the Irving Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Awards, Gala, and Masquerade Ball. November 10th is the Texas Bridal and Wedding Expo. Find ticket prices and a full listing of public events at irvingconventioncenter.com. The Irving Independent School District is the first in the nation to have all of its middle schools in Verizon's Innovative Learning Initiative. City Source reporter Benjamin Diaz explains the impact.
We're going to take a picture every time. So we're going to build, I'm going to take a picture.
The students all day long, constantly through the whole week. Now what day is it? What day is it? What day is it?
Cookies! And the day finally came as students from Days of Alla Middle School lined up, eager to get their hands on a special gift made possible by Verizon. It's all part of something they call the Innovative Learning Schools program.
I got the iPad that I got from Verizon. It's the best because I'm gonna use it for the entire school year for homework.
For decades, Verizon has been one of the largest employers in Irving, and now they are giving back to the city and students once again.
Irving is especially important to Verizon. We have a large campus here, over 4,000 or 5,000 employees that are based right here in Irving. So it's really exciting to be able to have this program in Irving.
Students like 7th grader Jared and his mother Maria got a first-hand look as educational games were available in the gym for students after receiving their tablets.
He's excited. He's been at every station trying out the different technology things that they have.
When I saw this, I was like, wow, it's pretty amazing.
Their goal is simple: change the way teachers teach and students learn. At least 600 students and teachers from Days of Alla are expected to benefit from the free tablets. Johnson and Travis middle schools are also on the list of recipients. In 2017, 5 other middle schools in Irving benefited from Verizon's Innovative Learning program.
So we have all of our 8 middle schools now on this program, and it's a tremendous benefit to the district.
Irving ISD is now the sole school district in the nation to have all of their middle schools participating in this new learning experience.
The investment is over $14 million, and that just really excites us to know that we're making that type of impact in the communities where we do business.
The tablets focus on introducing students to STEM education, or science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
But what happens when you take those pictures?
Like what I just took, it actually kind of looks like a person.
All a way to make their homework and learning a bit more exciting and convenient.
These iPads are going to help us learn a bit more. It's going to be way easier for the teachers because they don't have to go and print stuff all the time.
Instead of using trees and paper, and we can just use the iPad. It's the best.
Benjamin Diaz for City Source.
Big projects in Irving, such as new libraries, are often the result of bond elections. The city is expected to call a bond election for next May. In advance of that, leaders are gathering input. The mayor and city council appointed a citizen bond task force to make recommendations. Streets, parks, and public safety are among the possible areas that could get new funding. Residents can also provide their ideas by looking for the link at cityofirving.org before October 31st. As temperatures trend downward, you might be looking to spend more time outside. We have a reminder that the Irving Golf Club is now open. The renovated municipal course has an all-new layout with great views and improved drainage. The Irving Golf Club is located at 2000 East Shady Grove Road. Tee times are available by calling 972-457-0772. Find cost information at cityofirving.org/1337. And keep in mind there will be a public grand opening celebration in October. And with that, it's time for our Pets of the Week. So let's head out to the Animal Care Campus.
Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Pets of the Week. I'm Brett Wheeler, and today I'm joined with William Brown, and back with me once again is intern Raina. Raina, thank you so much for being here.
I'm so glad to be back. And William, who do we have here with us?
Today we have Leela. She is one of our seniors on campus. She is 7 years old and ready to find her a wonderful home.
Oh my goodness. So what kind of family do you think would be best for her?
I would say she's pretty open to all families. I don't think she's aggressive to any children or anything like that. I think she'll be fine with them. She's not as active as she used to be, but she still has a little pep in her step.
And getting to know her outside, she's so gentle, and it seems like she needs to warm up a little bit.
Oh yeah, so I would recommend that before adopting, you come and visit with her a couple times before completing the actual adoption, just so she'll get used to you, so when you get home, instead of her running from you, she'll be all over you.
All right, William, I have a new best friend here, so tell me who I have.
This is Poseidon, our 5-month-old Pit Bull Terrier mix. He's amazing. This is my favorite puppy in the entire shelter. I just love Poseidon.
I can see why you love him so much. He was like so active and then loving at the same time.
He's the dream dog, the perfect puppy. I mean, he's not too messy. He doesn't bark a lot. He's not aggressive like most Pit Bull puppies are, but I mean, he's just amazing.
Do you think he'd get along with other pets?
I do, because he's still at that young age. He'll be able to learn how to adapt to different animals, whether they're aggressive or not. So he's still at that age where it's just like, okay, if I can play, I can play. If I can't, I can't. And then he'll just live on. But I think he'll do good with just about anything. Birds, cats, dogs, lizards, whatever.
All right, so William, we're moving on to the small dog. Can you tell us who we have here?
This is my baby girl, Doodles. She is 1 year old, and she is a Chihuahua mix, and the most affectionate Chihuahua you'll ever meet.
And what kind of family would make a good home for Doodles?
A good family for Doodles will be a single family home or a home for elders, only because she's super shy at first. It doesn't take long to get her to open up, but when it comes to strangers, she kind of backs away and kind of cowers down a little bit. So I would say a nice, good, quiet home would fit her best.
Seems like she got comfortable when we were doing the catwalk outside.
Oh yeah.
Strutting.
Yeah, we've been practicing her model walk.
All right, William, you did mention that Doodles is a year old, and I know there's an adoption event for dogs who are a year or older. So tell me a little about it.
Yes, sir. On September 21st, any animal that is available for adoption will be free as long as they're a year older. That comes with microchipping, vaccinations, spay and neuter, and with DFW Humane Society, we add a free vet checkup as well.
And talk about just the importance of being able to provide all of those shots and vaccinations and chips for people who are adopting.
It's just so you don't have to go out and spend that extra couple $100s to get vaccinations and get them fixed and stuff like that. So we do it for you upon the adoption.
This program comes right in time for fall, so they can pick out their snuggle buddies. So be sure to look out for that program. Back to you, Thomas.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Also, check out the websites you see on your screen for more adoptable animals. Coverage from Keep Irving Beautiful's annual Trash Bash is coming up next time on City Source. Also, we'll be at the Park Place Luxury and Supercar Showcase to check out all of the amazing vehicles and other attractions at the Four Seasons. And as part of Irving's Transportation Investment Summit, local students took part in a competition that involved developing ideas for Irving Mall. That story and more next time. Remember, you can always email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. Also, visit our YouTube channel, youtube.com/The City of Irving. Subscribe and you can be among the first to see our videos when they are posted. Also, leave us some likes while you're there. And that's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you now with more from our special preview of the Supercar Showcase at the Four Seasons. Such a good time out there driving around Las Colinas. Thanks to everyone who's a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.